Robby Starbuck collected another and potentially the most prestigious scalp for his DEI program mantle in the form of Walmart. Walmart of all companies. It's interesting, right? Because over the past year, last June, we took a look at the big Pride Month celebrations, and they were quite toned down from 2023. And one of the major retailers that was out there that still had a Pride collection, but wasn't quite as pronounced as in years past, was in fact Walmart. So to see that they're the ones that are going to be walking back some of their DEI policies, it's not that surprising given their demographic, and they do in fact, recognize their audience for better or for worse, and also them being able to adapt with the times made them prime candidates for reversing course on this stuff, joining, yes, the ranks of Ford, John Deere, Toyota, Harley Davidson, Tractor Supply, several other, wholesome, hardworking brands. Like, what about John Deere, Tractor Supply, Harley Davidson? What screams from either their consumer base, from their presentation? What about that screams, oh yeah, we need to go ahead and have woke Karens staffing our corporate offices? Yeah, I don't think so, man. This stuff can fly over there at Lululemon or other goofy stuff like that where you're pandering to a captive audience. But especially now in a post-election world where you're starting to see a bunch of governments straighten up and fly right, yeah, this DEI stuff is very quickly getting dated. Walmart is making a slate of changes to its diversity, equity, and inclusion policies, becoming the latest in a growing list of major corporations to halt the so-called woke initiatives. Anti-woke activist and filmmaker Robby Starbuck, who has been leading a campaign exposing major corporations' woke policies, said on X on Monday that he warned Walmart executives last week that he would be doing a story on wokeness at the retail giant. And he's been, like I said before, and I've done several videos on his good work throughout this year. Yeah, he's claimed a fair few scalps, leading the charge on Harley Davidson, Tractor Supply for sure. I think he was also up with, was it Jack Daniels? There was definitely an alcohol brand that was in there as well. But anyways, instead, Starbuck shared, we have productive conversations to find solutions. Nice. Okay, because this is the first time, more than likely, because normally these policies, right, like the way that they foster and the way that they come through is that some HR Karen comes up and says, we need to have these practices in place. And because they don't have any dissenting opinions, because nobody wants to rock the boat, they go, yeah, okay, sure, fine, whatever. We'll just go ahead and institute this stuff. We'll just hire people, we need to appear as a caring and kind, inclusive workplace. Yeah, sure, fine, whatever. Don't care about that as long as it doesn't affect our bottom line. And then the moment that somebody comes back and goes, you understand that this is very much antithetical to your overall business, that this very much stands against your perception as a company and your likability with your prospective customers. Can we have a conversation whether or not this is the best thing for you? And the moment that happens is the moment that they go, oh yeah, this DEI stuff, yeah, it's kind of cancerous. We should probably get rid of it, huh? Starbuck outlined the changes Walmart agreed to make, including working to remove sexual and transgender products inappropriately marked towards children and reviewing grants to Pride events to avoid funding sexualized content targeting children. Yeah, you can go ahead and fly your goofy ass rainbow flags or get your gay is great t-shirts, whatever the hell you want, just as long as you keep them out of the kids section, because that's all any level-headed person kind of wants. I don't care what you do in the confines of your own bedroom, okay? I barely care what anybody does on a daily basis, okay? If it's not my family, I legitimately don't care what you do. But when it comes to kids, yeah, even though I don't have any, you can't speak on this topic. No. I'm very much against the latent degeneracy that has been plaguing society for generations. And if we can go ahead and stem that tide a little bit, allow kids to grow up in a non-drag queen infested childhood, I think we'd all be better off because of it. Walmart clarified that these changes have been in the works for a few years. Right. It's just taken a few years for them to make very reasonable and sensible changes. Oh, it's been there for a while, and we're not the result of the conversation with Starbuck. No, we weren't prompted by this at all. No, of course not. Walmart confirmed to Fox Business that its plans to change how it monitors products within its marketplace and reviews the funding grants. The company said some products that have violated its policies have been removed, such as chest binders, products designed to flatten the chest while marketed to children. Yo, what the hell? Shit's gross. Now, the company also confirmed that it will review all grants, especially for community events, to ensure that they promote an appropriate environment for children. However, Walmart will continue to support Pride celebrations. Yeah, you can do that, I guess, till I become God Emperor of the Earth, and then we won't have to worry about any of those celebrations. Now, the company has also decided not to extend the Racial Equity Center it launched in 2020. Wow, at the height of all of this insanity, when companies were bending over backwards to institute their Black Lives Matter policies. Imagine all of that stuff just falling out of vogue after a 4 or 5 year contract. Strange, huh? As a 5-year initiative, oh yeah, that will ditch the term Latinx and even DEI altogether in official communications. Yeah, because they went, yeah, I guess the virtue signaling wasn't as profitable as we thought it was. Oopsie daisy, let's get rid of that. $80? Oh, I thought that was toilet paper that was there. That's clearly primer or something like that. Anyways, it will instead focus on the term belonging for all associates and customers. Walmart also joined an array of companies in recent months, including Ford, John Deere. I forgot about Caterpillar. That was another list. Another on Robby Starbuck's list that he took down to end participation in human rights campaign Corporate Equality Index, which is the annual survey and report used to gauge policies, practices, and benefits pertinent to lesbian, gay, bisexual, trans. I just want some bread and some eggs, bro. I don't care what you do with your junk. Can you just stop it? Walmart confirmed that it was notified about Starbucks' video last week. Walmart does not generally comment on politics. Yeah, no, fair enough. They're just out here to sell shit, bro. Like, I don't know what you want. So that's why these policies very much run amok of that general tone and tenor. In a statement to Fox Business, Walmart said it is willing to change alongside our associates and customers who represent all of America. We've been on a journey, and no, we aren't perfect, but every decision comes from a place of wanting to foster a sense of belonging, to open doors to opportunities for all our associates, customers, and suppliers to be a to be a Walmart for everyone. Yeah, so stop being discriminatory bitches, okay? Can we stop that? Starbucks is taking a victory lap over Walmart's announced changes, telling Fox Business Walmart is the single largest employer in the United States. Yep. Removing wokeness from Walmart has both downstream effects on suppliers and sets the tone for corporate America. Exactly, man. Because if this ends up being a boon for Walmart, you're going to see other stores and other companies adopt these policies, as you've seen. Ford, I'm pretty sure, for the longest time, they were the best-selling domestic auto manufacturer that's out there. So if they got rid of that stuff, that's also going to let you know that a wider automobile industry is going to be following suit in due time. And as non-political entertainment avenues, as I talk about with fair regularity on the channel, you see what ended up getting rewarded in 2024, especially when it comes to the box office, where the two highest grossing films of the year, ones that are generally not that exceptional, things that probably won't be remembered in a couple years' time, but were they overtly political? Absolutely not. And then you ended up with Deadpool and Wolverine making over $1.3 billion. You had Inside Out 2 become the highest grossing animated film of all time, just about getting to $1.7 billion. So the time of woke is over. Changing normal operating policy at a nearly $1 trillion company is a gargantuan feat that many have tried to achieve, but until now, no one has actually been able to get it done, he continued. It speaks to the strength and the scale of our movement to eliminate wokeness from society and how effective I've been as a megaphone for the concerns of your average customer. I won't stop until wokeness is a relic of the past. So good for him on that, even though Walmart will say, oh no, these changes, they've been years in the making, bro. Don't worry about that stuff. But the moment that you make the changes, and you would think that because you are a publicly traded company, you would be willing to do that. And especially, you take a look at a much longer time scale, or just simply look at the changes that are on display. You make this public declaration that you are no longer going to engage in these divisive policies, and then you immediately get rewarded in the stock market for that. Funny thing about that, when you start to get out of these polarizing topics, you immediately get rewarded on a business sense. Big shock on that, huh? So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.